That Michael Jackson saved MTV from bankruptcy in 1995? Yes, the very network that built its empire on music videos was on the brink of collapse. Ratings were crashing, finances were in shambles, and they were desperate. So, what did they do? They called Michael Jackson. No, they begged him to perform at the MTV Video Music Awards, knowing only the king of pop could bring the world's attention back to their screens. And Michael? He didn't just show up, he delivered a performance that shook the world. From Don't Stop Till You Get Enough to Billie Jean and Dangerous, every move, every beat was electrifying. And when Slash from Guns N' Roses joined him on stage, it became a moment no one would ever forget. MTV's ratings skyrocketed. Bankruptcy? Not after that night. Michael Jackson didn't just save MTV. He made it clear that no artist will ever match his power, influence, and greatness. Period.
Michael Jackson's maid says she was paid $20,000 to lie about seeing him showering with a kid in Neverland. Later, she admitted in court that this never even happened. The Chandler family was awarded $22 million in a settlement, but Jordan Chandler came out and his father pressured him into making false allegations against Jackson. He said, quote, "I never meant to lie and destroy Michael Jackson, but my father made me tell lies." The FBI has a 600-page report on Jackson from as early as 1992, where they secretly had him under surveillance. They raided his property multiple times, including forensic analysis of his computer and hard drive. He was under surveillance over 13 years, and they still found nothing. But who was accused 1 month after Jackson's trial started while the whole world was paying attention to Michael Jackson?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Sonny Tommy Mottola. Tommy Mottola is the president of the record division. He is a mean, he's a racist, and he's very, very, very devilish.
You know what's gangster? I own Sony's publishing. Every time Beyonce and Jay-Z make a song, Michael was getting a check. I bought the Beatles.
Yeah.
While I'm doing the video with the Beatle. That's gangster. Michael walks into Paul McCartney. If you're gonna sell the Beatles, how much you sell them for? Oh, I don't know, about 60 million. Wow, that's a lot of money. I'm gonna right to his trailer, get his people on the phone. Paul don't find out till the next day Michael done bought the Beatles. That won't say, how can you buy Beatles? How can you buy Beatles? He said 60, I gave you 64. That's a lot of money. The girl is mine.
Your publishing's mine.
It's gangster.
The fact of the matter is, we watched this get murdered right in front of our own face. And the knew it was finna happen. He told us, and we didn't know. He named his last tour, This Is It. Have never said this is it in a celebratory fashion. And they straight up killed that. Killed him and gave us the most story we ever heard our entire life. First they told us this was a drug addict. Then we found out this drug was sleep. Are you telling me this got high and went to sleep? Yeah, that's no drug addict. Something's a foul here. This story don't go together.
My uncle didn't die. He was murdered. I feel the same thing about Prince, because you have to remember, these are basically insurance policies. When he dies, whatever was owned by the company reverts back. We're not talking about $100,000. We're not talking about $1 million.
I've generated several $1 billion for Sony. Several billion. They really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them.
Michael Jackson, a black man who became the world's biggest superstar, was bigger than the Beatles and Elvis Presley. This made some mostly white media people uncomfortable. Even though they saw his talent, they tried to make his success seem smaller and spread false stories about his changing looks, saying he wanted to become white when he actually had a skin condition called vitiligo. The media's attacks weren't just about race. They often go after celebrities, but with Michael it felt personal. They mocked his lifestyle, his love for children, and his magical Neverland ranch. They even falsely accused him of inappropriate behavior with kids despite no real evidence. Negative stories sold, and Michael was a prime target. Michael also faced criticism for using his fame to speak out on important issues. His songs like They Don't Care About Us challenged powerful people and exposed issues like government corruption and white privilege. Michael said, "As soon as Thriller became the greatest selling album of all time, the media did everything in its power to turn the public against me." Unfortunately, this was true. Michael Jackson wasn't just the king of pop, he was the king of power. In the music video Beat It, he used real-life gang members from the Crips, Bloods, and Eases. Later, in a bold move, he bought the Beatles catalog in 1985, outsmarting Paul McCartney himself. But MJ didn't stop there. He went on to become a 50% owner of Sony ATV Music Publishing, one of the largest music publishing catalogs in the world. In 1996, when MJ filmed They Don't Care About Us music video in Brazil, a local drug lord provided him with security because he was a huge MJ fan. King of Pop's impact reached every corner of the world. Years later, when Eminem mocked him in a music video, MJ didn't argue. He bought the rights to Eminem's music through Sony ATV, meaning every time Eminem performed or his songs were played, MJ got paid. Michael Jackson didn't just dominate music, he owned it. He wasn't a player in the game, he was the game. The music world bowed to him,